All right, what is good, my people? Hopefully, you guys had a great week so far. The end of the week is almost here. Weekend's almost here. Christmas is right around the corner. And I have been working pretty heavy this week trying to get some things out the way so I won't have to work so hard next week. Even though, I have a few days off, I want to get ahead of some things while I'm on this road. But nevertheless, it's still going to be a great time. I see a lot of people making content about their collections, and I want to drop my 2 cents in it. A lot of people feel at some point it's time to get rid of their collections. They want to move on from some of the retro stuff, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it. But I do want to add my thoughts about it overall. So let's get into it. Like I said, some people want to get rid of their collections. They're getting a little bit older. They feel like they don't, need them anymore. They played the games already. They look at them on the shelf and they don't look appealing. The nostalgia is over, and I totally understand it. I think that's one of the main reasons why people are getting rid of their stuff. Also, there is some profit in, getting rid of your collection. I thought about it at one point, because I try to keep everything, in front of me in perspective when it comes to my retro game collection. And it's like, well, I got some games here that are worth, a good bit of money on a collecting market. A lot of people would buy some of the things I have if I was to put it on eBay or if I just sell them at a convention or whatever. And just to downsize a little bit. I've always been in the mindset of buying stuff that I want and I want to keep. If I don't want it, if there's a reason that I may feel that I don't want a game, I probably won't get it. And over time, I've had that feeling where I was like, should I do it? Should I get rid of it? But no. I always resort back to no. The games that I want are games that I want. Games that I want to keep forever, to be honest. I mean, I don't see myself getting rid of some of the stuff unless something catastrophic happens. And I just can't put a price tag on some of the memories and the enjoyment of having these games. Not just playing them, but just to have them. It is one thing that I feel that what collecting games is about is buying, and not just games, just anything. I love what you call them, those jerseys, sports jerseys. I haven't bought one in so long, but sports jerseys, I love collecting those. And I used to collect a lot of music before all that went digital. So there's a lot of things that I buy things that I want, not because it's there. Because like I said, it's very easy to just buy some of these retro games nowadays. You got to understand, they're everywhere now. These retro games are all over the place, so it's easy to just pick up and have them. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like some people are like, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Because a lot of people that I know that are collectors, they buy this stuff because it's a part of a specific console, or it's a part of, a gaming generation. And a lot of guys and girls who collect, they get this stuff just to get it. And that's the truth that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And I get it. Some people get it because they buy the stuff because of content for their channel, and it's great because I love watching that stuff. Some people buy this stuff because they feel like they can, get the full collection of a specific game. Like somebody want all the sports titles, somebody want all the RPGs, somebody want all the fighting games. But after a while, some people be like, yeah, I don't need this anymore. I feel like downsizing. And that's just how life is. People go through phases. Some people go through waves, and some people go up and down when it comes to collecting games. That's why I'm very particular about what I buy. There's sometimes I will sit in a game store and just look at games for, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before I decide to buy something, because I really think about it like, do I really want this? Do I need this? Can I play this on another platform? Would I rather play this digitally? Would I want this on my shelf? I mean, to me, it's a long-term investment based on time. How long do I want to keep this item? If there is there any instance where I would want to trade a game in or something like that? So even though I have a lot of games, but I'm very particular about what games I have. For the most part, I do love fighting games. I love sports games. I guess you say racing games. That's a sport as well. Even some fighting games, you can say that's a sport. I do love shoot 'em ups, some RPGs. And, that's basically, most of my games, like when it comes to those type of games, that's basically in my library. Some games that I do find that are really interesting, like action adventure games, and I try to get those and play those. And I love the story behind them on top of the great gameplay. But I'm just not trying to get every single game out there that is under those genres. Some games just gonna have to keep my attention and keep my interest for a long period of time. Do I go through phases of not wanting to play a game? Yeah, absolutely. We all do. That you're a gamer. You're not going to play every game. But I just don't have that sense of giving up my games or downsizing. It's one of the reasons why I try to keep an even kill of just buying stuff, because it's very easy to walk in and say, hey, I want that to complete the collection of this particular genre in gaming, or I want to get this because it's going to complete the collection of the actual console. I'll have all the Sega Genesis games, or I'll have all the original Xbox games, or all the PS2 games. That's a big task. And I understand how people will be like, yeah, I'm downsizing. But for me, I love gaming. I can play games all day if I didn't have to work. And I truly enjoy the hobby. And if I enjoy the hobby this much, I'd rather get the games that I want to play so I can continue to enjoy the hobby, instead of just buying games just because. And I will say this, because I know somebody may think about this. There are some games that I do have that are, some form of game. It isn't a part of is a part of gaming culture. Like, if you look at my studio setup, I have Mag set up, Concord. I mean, I had to get that one. That was just a very unique type of deal. And I don't even like, online only looter shooters like that, but I had to get that one because of the controversy behind it. Glad I was able to pick that up. The Grand Theft Auto, that I have that posted up in the background of my studio. Those games, in my opinion, and there's plenty others, but those games, in my opinion, are games that were culturally iconic. Even Mag. A lot of people don't realize how ahead of its time Mag was. Mag has elements of what people play as Fortnite now, parachuting in, shooting, players and having real factions of war. That first person shooter was way ahead of its time back in 2010, 2009, 2008. It was a great game. Unfortunately, it just never was able to catch on to the masses because of the Call of Duties. But I can go on a whole tangent about that. But I feel like those type of games, for me personally, that game has a special place for me. That's why it's no longer available to play. So I always try to show it some love by representing it in my videos. But yeah, this gaming thing for me is a little bit deeper than just having items, posted on a shelf. It's a part of it, but it's bigger than that. Every game that I have I have some type of attachment to, and I love these games that I play. And but at the end of the day, I do understand completely why people want to get rid of their collections. I mean, game collecting isn't for everybody, and everybody can easily some people can easily get in over their head when it comes to collecting. And after a while, as they get older, their mindset change. And that's just the way it is. So yeah, that's my reasoning why I think people are getting rid of their stuff. The nostalgia is pretty much dying off. They're getting a little bit older. They feel like they can get profit for some of their games. And I get it. I get it. Something very catastrophic has to happen for me to sell off my collection. I'm just not going to do it just to do it. I love gaming too much. I've always had this personal, wish of mine was to have my own game room and have every game I want at my fingertips that I wanted to play. And I feel that, that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people say, hey, why don't you go emulation? And that's another reason why people decide to go, and I don't like to talk about emulation that much, but that's another reason why a lot of people like to go that route. They rather put their games on a disc. I mean, put it on a hard disk and play them emulation-wise. And that's another way of downsizing. But once I get to that point and I know my physical copies turn digital, I'll probably start to lose interest in gaming a little bit, because I do digital gaming, because it just depends on the game. But I know it's something really it's something special about putting a game in a console and playing it. I don't think nothing will ever beat that. I mean, call me old school, but it is what it is. But yeah, I can ramble all day about this. I am going to get back on this road. I got to get back across this busy area that I'm in right now. I don't want to say exactly where I am, but traffic is absolutely horrible. If you know my channel, you know what I'm about. You kind of know where I'm at already. But traffic is ridiculous, especially this time of the year. So I better get focused back on the road. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.